There's a language being spoken in your home right now, and most people walk past it a dozen times a day without ever hearing it. It happens in quiet moments. When you're reading, when you're cooking, when you've just sat down after a long afternoon, your dog does something small, something subtle, and you notice it, sort of, the way you notice a familiar sound, then let it go. But what if you didn't let it go? Because your dog is not being random. They are not filling silence or seeking entertainment. Every gesture, every lean, every particular way they position themselves near you, it's a sentence. And once you learn to read even a few of them, you will never look at your dog the same way again. Long before dogs shared our sofas and our silences, they were creatures whose survival depended entirely on reading the subtle signals of their pack. In that world, communication couldn't always be loud. A howl might warn away prey. A growl might trigger conflict at the wrong moment. So something quieter evolved, a whole vocabulary of posture, pressure, proximity, and gaze that carried enormous meaning with almost no sound at all. These were primal signals, ancient agreements between individuals who needed to trust each other completely. Who's watching the perimeter? Who do I follow when everything goes wrong? Who is my safe direction when the world feels uncertain? That instinctual language didn't disappear when dogs moved inside. It didn't fade when the pack became a family of two. One human, one dog. It redirected. The signals your dog learned to read in their ancestors' world, they now aim entirely at you. The postures that once communicated trust to a pack elder now communicate trust to the person sitting on the couch. And the target of that ancient vocabulary became you. If your dog presses their body weight against your leg without any apparent reason, that quiet pressure is one of the most deliberate signals in their entire vocabulary. You might think they want something, food, attention, a walk, but watch the rest of their body. Soft eyes, relaxed jaw, no tension in the shoulders. This isn't a request, it's a statement. What they're communicating, in the oldest physical language they have, is, I am exactly where I want to be. The lean is contact for the sake of contact. Closeness as its own reward. It's your dog telling you, without any urgency at all, that your presence is the thing they were looking for. When your dog lifts a single paw and rests it on you, gently, almost tentatively, they are making a very specific emotional request. It's easy to read this as demand, as neediness, but it's actually closer to the opposite. That lifted paw is vulnerability. It requires stillness and a certain trust to offer it. In dog-to-dog communication, physical contact initiated this way signals a desire for reciprocal closeness. Directed at you, it means, I'm reaching towards you. I would like to be reached back. It's not clingy, it's an invitation, extended quietly, hoping you'll accept. Here's one that surprises people every time. When your dog turns their back to you and sits facing away, they are not being dismissive. They are not ignoring you. What they're doing is something profoundly trusting. They are placing their most vulnerable side toward you and watching the room. In pack dynamics, this posture says, I trust you to guard what's behind me. I don't need to watch you. When your dog does this, they have assessed you and decided you are reliable. They are assigning you a role, not a stranger, not a threat. Someone worth watching the world alongside. Most people associate sustained eye contact from a dog with intensity or demand. The stare before a meal, the focused attention before a walk. But there's another kind of gaze your dog offers that is entirely different. Softer, slower. Their eyes are slightly heavy, the muscles around them loose, the rest of their face completely relaxed. Sometimes they blink, slowly, and then they simply look at you. Research has actually captured what happens in this moment. Oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between parents and children, rises in both the dog and the human during mutual soft gaze. Your dog isn't just looking at you. They are chemically bonding with you, in real time, without either of you doing anything at all. Here's one that often goes unnoticed because it requires you to pay attention to what your dog doesn't do. When there's open floor, open furniture, multiple rooms, and your dog chooses to position themselves within a few feet of you, that's a decision. They evaluated the entire space and chose the location that puts you within their awareness, not sitting on you, not demanding anything, just nearby. This is quiet devotion. It's the dog equivalent of someone who could sit anywhere in a crowded cafe and chooses the seat across from you. Not because they need something, because your proximity, by itself, is the thing that makes the space feel right. What unites all of these gestures, the lean, the paw, the to, and back, the soft eyes, the proximity choice, is something researchers now call affiliative communication. Signals whose entire purpose is to strengthen connection rather than to transmit a specific need. They aren't asking for anything, they're expressing something. and what they're expressing is trust at its most complete. Because here's what's worth sitting with for a moment. Your dog has no obligation to feel safe. Safety for an animal is not a given. It's earned by consistency, by calm, by thousands of small moments where the world proved predictable and the people in it proved reliable. When your dog leans into you, when they turn their back to you, when they settle their gaze on your face with those soft, unhurried eyes, they are reporting the results of all that accumulated evidence. They are telling you that you passed. Studies have found that a dog's cortisol levels, the biological marker of stress, drop measurably when they're in physical proximity with their person. Their nervous system settles, their heart rate slows, the body itself becomes evidence of what they feel. Researchers call this social buffering, the phenomenon where the presence of a trusted individual literally changes the physiological experience of a stressful or uncertain environment. Humans experience it too, in close relationships, but dogs may do it more purely, more completely, with less of the noise that complicates human connection. The next time you notice your dog doing any of these things, know that you are seeing a nervous system at rest, and you made that possible. Now, there's something most owners don't realize about this. The communication isn't one-directional. Your dog is not only sending signals, they are reading yours, constantly, with a level of attunement that, frankly, most humans never achieve with each other. Research on dogs' ability to interpret human facial expressions shows they process emotional cues from the left side of the human face, the same side we use to process emotion ourselves. They have, over thousands of years of coevolution, developed a specific sensitivity to the exact signals humans use to communicate feeling. Which means when you're anxious, your dog knows. When you're grieving, they know. When you are genuinely, quietly happy, they know that too, and they respond to it. The dog who rests their head on your knee when you're sad isn't performing comfort. They're responding to something they genuinely detected and genuinely felt moved by. And here's something fascinating. The benefits flow in both directions. Studies measuring human cortisol and heart rate during interaction with dogs show the same kind of physiological settling that happens for the dog. You calm each other. You regulate each other's nervous systems. You are, in the most biological sense of the phrase, each other's comfort objects. So what is your dog really telling you when they do these 7 things? They are telling you that you are safe to them. They sus. At your presence changes the quality of the air in the room. That out of everything available to them, space, sleep, the window with its endless parade of movement, they keep choosing you. That lean against your leg, that paw resting on your hand, that back turned towards you in quiet trust. Those are not random. They are not habits. They are the oldest, most honest language your dog has, aimed directly at you, saying the same thing every time. You are my still point. You are my certainty. I choose you. And honestly, after everything a day can throw at you, there are few things in this world more worth noticing than that. Thanks for watching. If you loved learning about your furry best friend, be sure to like and subscribe for more.